this problem, we want to find the exact value of the 6 trig functions. We're going to be working with a positive angle, and we also know that the point 4, -3 is going to be a point on our terminal side of that angle. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a little mini sketch of what's going on. Since we're working with a positive angle, we know that angle is opening upward. And we also know that we have the point 4, -3 on that terminal side. So here's our terminal side with our point 4, -3. And let's go ahead and give ourselves a little sketch. We're going to draw ourselves a triangle here, so we'll connect it to the positive x-axis. And let's go ahead and label our side lengths. Our x value is 4. And since our y value is -3, that means this side coming down is -3 units. And when we're working with the triangle, this is going to be the angle measure that we're talking about. So let's go ahead and label our sides with words. This is going to be our opposite side, where that -3 is. Across from our 90-degree angle, we have our hypotenuse. And our last side here is our adjacent side, which has a length of 4 units. Let's go ahead and take this information so that we can find our remaining side. We need the length of the hypotenuse. In this case, we can go ahead and use Pythagorean theorem. So if you want to go ahead and use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you can do that. I'm going to edit my formula just a little bit to work with the letters as we have them. So I'm going to use x squared plus y squared equals r squared. You can see that our hypotenuse has a letter there on it labeled r. And I have x and y values off my point that we were given. So our x value is a 4. Our y value is a -3. So I've got 4 squared plus -3 squared equals r squared. This is going to give us 16 if we square the 4. -3 squared is going to give us a +9. And if we add those two values together, that means our r squared value is going to be 25. So the length of our radius in this case is going to be 5 units. Now that we have all 3 sides labeled, let's go ahead and find the value of each of our 6 trig functions. For sine of theta, remember we have our opposite side over the hypotenuse. Our opposite side is -3. And our hypotenuse had a side length of 5. For our cosine value, that's our adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Our adjacent side was 4, and our hypotenuse had a length of 5. For tangent, we have our opposite side over the adjacent side. Which is going to give us a -3/4. And now we can go ahead and do the last 3 trig functions. Remember that each of these are reciprocal functions, so we can go ahead and flip upside down the fractions that we currently have for the other ones. So cosecant of theta, remember that's 1 over sine of theta. Right, so we can take our fraction -3/5 and flip it upside down. That's going to give us a -5/3. For secant of theta, that's the same thing as 1 over our cosine value. So we're going to get 5/4. And for our last one, cotangent of theta, we have 1 over our tangent value, which is going to give us a negative 4/3.